Hello, this is Greg again with another installment of Operating in the Creative. And I'm actually going to name this one basically from a study, a little thing that I've received on karma. So we're going to be talking about karma today. Now, there's 12 laws of karma. The first law is called the Great Law, and it says, "As you sow, so shall you reap," which is also called the law of cause and effect. Right? In order to receive happiness, peace, and joy, you have to be happy, have peace, and show joy. If you want friends, you have to be a friend. Things of that sort. The second law is the law of creation, and that is that life requires our participation in order for things to happen. It just doesn't happen by itself. So, if, in other words, you basically have to, co-create with creation. The third law is a law of humility. All right, you must accept where you are in order for things to change. Um, if you see everything as a negative, like you have enemies, things are going wrong in your life, things seem to be negative, then if you focus on the negative, then you're only going to create that negativity around you. So one lesson, big lesson that my wife and I have learned, and this is a big one, is that in order for a person to grow in spirit, soul, finances, and relationships, you must accept negative things that happen in your life. And let me give you an example of that that might help you out. When just know this: when negative things happen in your life, it's actually helping to propel you forward. I'll give you an example. There have been so many times where people have attacked me and my wife. And every time that people either physically attack us or attack us through a character assassination or whatever, it actually sets us up to prosper. We've had people literally fight us to where we had to leave that situation, leave those places. But every time that people had basically forced us out of an area, it actually allowed the universe to get us to a better place. Because you have to remember that, according to the science of getting rich, for instance, okay, if and I've said this in previous videos, if you have no wealth, if you have no friends, no wealth, no resources, no nothing, then two things can happen. Either the universe will, one big major thing will happen is the universe will give you everything you need when you need it. So if you have no money, the universe will supply your money. If you have no food, the universe will supply your food. Even if food didn't exist, okay, then the universe will make a way for you to be fed. So in that respect, what I'm trying to say is that, according to the law of creation, is that the universe will work with you for you to prosper. All right, so don't worry about when negative things happen in your life. Whenever something negative happens in your life, something catastrophic, look at it as an opportunity, and look at it as after you and when you're going through hard times and difficult times, it's actually a time in your life where the universe is getting ready to set you up for success. All right, don't look at the problem. Look at the solution. Look at the outcome. Wait for even though the outcome is not there yet, the positive outcome is not there yet, it's on its way. And, if you're forced out of something, or if you're in a position like we were, where we actually became homeless and had no resources, no nothing, then you need to understand that the reason why those things are happening is because the universe is cleansing things out of your life to set you up for a better life. And that's the law of creation. The law of humility is you must accept something in order for it to change. Oh no, that was the law of humility that I just said. Okay, the fourth one is the law of growth, and that's basically and instead of blaming things for where you're at, okay, know that in order for change to occur, don't think that your situation and your circumstance must change. Think of it this way: you must change. There's something in your life you have to change. And most of the time, from what I've learned, it's your mindset. There's something in your mindset that's hindering you from growth. So find out what that is, correct it, and then you'll begin to grow. The fifth law is the law of responsibility. And basically, along with when I said when bad things happen in your life through no fault of your own, take responsibility for your life anyways. You know, my wife and I, when we were homeless through no fault of our own. But rather than blaming our situation or circumstance or the people that caused us to be homeless, we went ahead and took responsibility for our lives, and then from there we grew out of homelessness. It works, trust me. The sixth law is the law of connection. It says the smallest or seemingly least important of things must be done because everything in the universe is connected. Just remember that. Everything is connected. Each step leads to a next step, which leads to a next step. My wife and I learned this when we were homeless because as being homeless, and by being homeless, I mean we were literally out in the street, right? We didn't have unemployment. We couldn't get food stamps. We had no access. We literally had no access to anything other than homeless shelters. So we had to start at the very bottom. All right. But we knew that the only way, I don't care if you have an education like I do. I have a master's degree in theology and philosophy. I don't care if you made six figures before. I don't care if you know influential people. You know, I've done most of those things in my life. If you're not giving an opportunity, then you can be just like that homeless person on the street and you'll end up in the street. So, what you need to learn is that when there's no opportunities and your life begins to just crash, you know, just wait for an opportunity, even the smallest opportunity. All right, wait for the smallest opportunity and then build on that. And then each opportunity will present another opportunity, which will present another opportunity, which will present another opportunity for you to begin to grow. All right, that's the law of connection. The seventh law is the law of focus. It says one cannot think of two things at the same time. If our focus is on spiritual values, it is not possible for us to have lower thoughts like greed or anger. So basically, law of focus, you have to begin to basically master your emotions and master your mind. All right, like I said before, if there's things in your mind, your mindset that you have to change, you have to learn to master your mind, master your thoughts. The eighth law is the law of giving and hospitality. And that I've learned in my life is that no matter where you are in life, all right, find somebody to be a blessing to. Our life is not just about you. Right? We're not put on this planet just for ourselves. We are put on this planet to help others. Okay? And in order to reach the higher dimensions, the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh dimensions, for instance, you're going to need to understand that you need to help other people succeed. Now, God didn't give you wisdom and knowledge just for you to sit on it, all right? And God didn't give you these things for you to just prosper and then hoard it for yourself, all right? So that's a law of giving and hospitality. Learn to be a giver. You know, the Bible calls it people in the religious arena call it upside down theology. In order to live, you must die. In order to be prosperous, you must be poor. So, in other words, and in Hinduism, it's the yin and yang theory. So, if you really want to be prosperous in your life, in spirit, soul, body, finances, and relationships, learn to be a giver. The ninth law is the law of here and now. All right, and by that, this is what it means. What's happened in the past is the past. Leave it there. Stop focusing on things that happened in the past. All right? Don't look too far towards the future, because what shapes your future is the here and the now. So most of your focus on things should be on the here and the now. The 10th law is the law of change. History repeats itself until we learn the lessons that we need to change our path. That's pretty much well said. I've learned that in the religious arena 30 years ago. If you don't look within yourself and look to see the lessons that the universe and that God is trying to teach you, you'll just keep repeating them until you learn the lesson. Right? 11th law is the law of patience and reward. All right. Basically, that's self-explanatory. Right? True joy comes from doing what one is supposed to be doing, and knowing that the reward will come in its own time. You must be patient. And the last law is the law of significance and inspiration. Right? One gets back from something whatever they put into it. Right? And along with that law is basically when you are dealing with people, you always want to give people something of equal value than what you receive. Stop operating in the competitive and operate in the creative. All right, using the creative principles that I've taught you in the past. All right, you must operate with equity. You must be able to give people, all right, something. And if you want something from somebody, you must give them something that they consider to be equal to what you're taking. Stop thinking that you have to take in order to prosper. The other law that I told you about, the law of giving and hospitality, deals with that. So learn that law. And those are the 12 laws of karma. And remember this too. A lot of the things, see, karma can be good or bad. It depends on you. And remember this too, that a lot of the things that happen in your life happen because of past lives that you've had as well. Things that have happened in your past life will carry over to your future life. So even if you didn't learn lessons in your past life that you need to learn in order to reach higher dimensions, as I said, you will keep repeating them until you finally get it, even in future lives. And these are some of the principles of karma. I hope this helped you out. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, as I always say, leave a comment, questions, or concerns. I'm happy to get them. And have a blessed, prosperous, beautiful life. Thank you. Bye-bye.